Hey there, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to tackle a crucial and often misunderstood topic, narcissistic abuse. If you've ever wondered if you're dealing with narcissistic abuse or know someone who might be, you're in the right place. We'll be sharing 10 powerful signs that can help you identify if you or someone you care about is facing narcissistic abuse. So, grab a pen and paper because this information could be life-changing. Let's jump right in. Constant criticism. Constant criticism is a common sign of narcissistic abuse. In a narcissistic relationship, the abuser frequently criticizes and belittles their partner, leaving them feeling inadequate and worthless. The criticism may come in the form of derogatory remarks, insults, or mocking comments. This constant negative feedback undermines the victim's self-esteem and creates a sense of worthlessness. Narcissist uses criticism as a tool to maintain control and power over their partner, seeking to break down their confidence and make them dependent on their approval. The victim may internalize the criticism, believing they are the problem and deserving of the mistreatment. It becomes a vicious cycle where the victim's self-worth diminishes, making them more vulnerable to further abuse. Over time, constant criticism erodes the victim's sense of self and can have severe emotional and psychological effects. Manipulation and gaslighting. Manipulation and gaslighting are insidious tactics commonly employed by narcissists as a form of psychological abuse. Manipulation involves the intentional and strategic use of deceit, guilt, or coercion to control and manipulate others for personal gain. Narcissists are skilled manipulators who exploit vulnerabilities and insecurities to get their way. Gaslighting, on the other hand, is a specific form of manipulation aimed at distorting your perception of reality. The narcissist will twist facts, deny their actions, or make you question your own memory, leaving you feeling confused, anxious, and doubting your sanity. They may invalidate your emotions and experiences, making you believe that you are overreacting or imagining things. Together, manipulation and gaslighting create a toxic dynamic where the narcissist maintains power and control over you. It is crucial to recognize these tactics, trust your instincts, and seek support to break free from the manipulation and gaslighting, ultimately reclaiming your autonomy and mental well-being. Lack of empathy. Lack of empathy is a significant characteristic of narcissistic abuse. Narcissists struggle to understand or care about the feelings and needs of others, including their victims. They are primarily focused on their own desires, ambitions, and self-image. When you are dealing with narcissistic abuse, you may notice a consistent disregard for your emotions and experiences. The lack of empathy from a narcissist can manifest in various ways. They may dismiss your feelings as unimportant or exaggerated, minimize your pain, or even blame you for your own suffering. They may fail to provide support or comfort during difficult times and show little interest in understanding your perspective. Instead, they expect you to cater to their needs and emotions without reciprocating the same level of care and understanding. This absence of empathy can be deeply hurtful and invalidating. It leaves you feeling unheard, unseen, and unimportant in the relationship. It is important to recognize this lack of empathy as a red flag of narcissistic abuse and seek support to protect your emotional well-being. Grandiose sense of self-importance. A grandiose sense of self-importance is a prominent trait of narcissistic individuals. They have an exaggerated belief in their own superiority, uniqueness, and entitlement. This inflated self-view leads them to believe that they are more important, talented, and deserving than others. They crave constant attention, admiration, and validation from those around them, seeking to be the center of attention in any situation. They expect special treatment and may exploit or manipulate others to achieve their goals. This sense of grandiosity often masks deep-seated feelings of insecurity and low self-esteem, which they try to compensate for by projecting an image of superiority. Their need for constant validation can make it challenging for them to form genuine and empathetic connections with others, as they primarily view relationships as opportunities for self-enhancement. The grandiose sense of self-importance is a defining characteristic of narcissistic personality disorder and can significantly impact their interactions and relationships with others. Emotional roller coaster. Dealing with a narcissist can feel like being on an emotional roller coaster. They often subject you to frequent mood swings, creating a whirlwind of emotions. One moment, they may be charming, loving, and showering you with attention. But in the blink of an eye, their demeanor can shift, and they become angry, dismissive, or even abusive. This unpredictability leaves you constantly on edge, unsure of what to expect next. You may find yourself walking on eggshells, trying to avoid triggering their anger or displeasure. The emotional roller coaster can be incredibly draining and damaging to your well-being, as it keeps you in a constant state of anxiety, fear, and confusion. It's important to recognize that this cycle of emotional turmoil is a manipulation tactic used by narcissists to maintain control over you. Understanding this can help you detach emotionally and seek support to break free from the toxic relationship. Remember, you deserve to be in a healthy, stable, and emotionally supportive environment. Blame shifting. Blame shifting is a common tactic used by narcissists to avoid taking responsibility for their actions or behaviors. When confronted with their wrongdoings or mistakes, narcissists will redirect the blame onto others, often those closest to them. By shifting the blame, they manipulate the situation to make themselves appear faultless or to minimize the significance of their actions. Narcissists may use various strategies to shift blame, such as denying their involvement, distorting facts, or creating false narratives. They may gaslight their victims, making them doubt their own perceptions and memories, and ultimately making them feel guilty or responsible for the narcissist's actions. Blame shifting serves two purposes for narcissists. It protects their fragile egos and allows them to maintain their sense of superiority. By deflecting blame onto others, they avoid facing consequences and preserve their self-image as faultless and flawless. Victims of blame shifting often experience feelings of confusion, guilt, and self-doubt. They may find themselves constantly defending themselves and questioning their own sanity. It is important for victims to recognize this manipulation tactic and seek support to regain their sense of self-worth and establish healthy boundaries. Jealousy and envy. Jealousy and envy are prevalent emotions exhibited by narcissists in abusive relationships. Narcissists have an excessive need for admiration and validation, and they often perceive others as threats to their inflated sense of self-importance. This leads to feelings of jealousy and envy when someone else receives attention, praise, or achieves success. Narcissists may react to these emotions by attempting to undermine the accomplishments or achievements of others, particularly their victims. They may belittle or dismiss their achievements, engage in constant comparisons, or devalue their worth. This behavior serves to maintain the narcissist's perception of superiority and to exert control over their victim. Furthermore, narcissists may go to great lengths to sabotage the victim's goals or success in order to maintain their own position of power and dominance. This can involve subtle manipulation, overt criticism, or even active efforts to hinder the victim's progress. Understanding the role of jealousy and envy in narcissistic abuse is essential for victims to recognize the unhealthy dynamics at play and seek support to regain their self-worth and rebuild their lives. Emotional and psychological abuse. Emotional and psychological abuse is a form of abuse that targets a person's mental and emotional well-being. It involves tactics aimed at controlling, manipulating, and demeaning the victim. This type of abuse can have long-lasting effects on an individual's self-esteem, self-worth, and overall mental health. Emotional abuse often includes constant criticism, humiliation, and belittlement. The abuser may use tactics like gaslighting, where they manipulate the victim's perception of reality and make them doubt their own sanity. They may also engage in isolation, controlling the victim's social interactions and limiting their support networks. Psychological abuse involves inflicting emotional pain and distress through threats, intimidation, and mind games. The abuser may use tactics such as emotional blackmail, manipulation of emotions, and psychological manipulation to maintain control over the victim. The consequences of emotional and psychological abuse can be severe, leading to anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and a range of other mental health issues. It is important for victims to seek support and professional help to heal from the trauma and rebuild their sense of self-worth and emotional well-being. Codependency and self-doubt. Codependency and self-doubt often go hand in hand when dealing with narcissistic abuse. The constant criticism, manipulation, and invalidation from the narcissist can gradually erode your self-esteem and self-worth. As a result, you may become excessively reliant on their approval and validation, seeking their love and acceptance to feel validated and worthy. Codependency in this context refers to the unhealthy reliance on the narcissist for your sense of self. You may prioritize their needs and desires over your own, neglecting your own well-being in the process. The narcissist thrives on this dynamic, exerting control and power over you, further perpetuating the cycle of codependency. Alongside codependency, self-doubt creeps in. The narcissist's constant gaslighting and blame shifting make you question your own perceptions, memories, and even sanity. You may begin to doubt your abilities, decisions, and judgment, feeling trapped and helpless in the relationship. Breaking free from codependency and self-doubt requires recognizing the abusive patterns, setting boundaries, and seeking support from trusted individuals or professionals who can help rebuild your self-esteem and regain your sense of self-worth. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video and found it valuable. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Also, remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update from us. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Until next time, take care and keep learning. See you soon.